If you're over 65 and eating whole wheat bread thinking you're protecting your health, you need to stop everything right now and pay close attention. Because a study just came out revealing something shocking. That whole wheat bread you buy at the grocery store with the pretty label saying 100% whole grains could be increasing your dementia risk by up to 40%. I'm not talking about white bread. Everyone already knows white bread is no good. I'm talking about the whole wheat bread your doctor told you to eat. The one that costs more. The one you think is doing good for your health. Over 30 million Americans over 65 are eating this bread every single day without knowing the danger. But don't worry. In the next few minutes, I'll show you exactly what the 3 hidden ingredients in this bread are that are harming your brain. And I'll give you simple alternatives anyone can use. And don't leave this video before the end, because I'll reveal a simple swap that could protect your memory for the next 20 years. Before we continue, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell so you don't miss information that could save your health. Let's go. Look, I'll be real straight with you. Today's whole wheat bread is not the same bread you ate when you were young. The industry changed everything, and these changes are dangerous, especially for folks past 65. Let me show you what's happening. First dangerous ingredient: modified gluten. You remember the wheat your parents or grandparents used to grow? That natural wheat that grew in the fields? Well, that wheat doesn't exist anymore in supermarkets. Back in the 1970s, scientists modified wheat to produce faster and yield more flour. The problem is this new wheat has a completely different type of gluten from the natural kind. And you know what this modified gluten does? It can cross your brain's protection, that barrier that keeps bad stuff from getting in there, and causes inflammation right in your brain. A study followed 2,500 people over 65 for 10 years. Result: those who ate bread with this modified gluten every day had a 34% higher chance of having memory problems and mental confusion. 34%, that's no small thing. And there's more. After 60, your brain doesn't clean out toxins as well as before. It's like the cleaning system gets slower. So these modified gluten proteins just accumulate in there, causing more and more inflammation. Second dangerous ingredient: potassium bromate. This here is a chemical they put in bread to make it soft and fluffy. You know that bread you squeeze and it bounces back? It's because of this chemical. The problem is serious. The Environmental Protection Agency itself says this bromate can cause cancer. But the link to dementia is even worse. Pay attention to this. After 60, your kidneys naturally work slower. Studies show the ability to filter bad substances drops 30 to 40% after this age. That means potassium bromate doesn't leave your body properly. Know where it ends up? In your brain. More specifically, in the part of the brain that stores new memories. They did lab tests and discovered this chemical causes brain damage equivalent to 15 years of aging. 15 years. And you're consuming this every day without knowing because it's hidden in the ingredient list with names nobody understands. Third dangerous ingredient: hidden sugar. Now pay attention to something that's gonna surprise you. Many whole wheat breads have as much sugar as a donut. You grab the bread, look at the label and see. Sugar, corn syrup, maltodextrin, dextrose, honey. All of this is sugar with different names so you won't notice. One slice of bread can have 4 or 5 grams of sugar. You eat 2 slices at breakfast plus a sandwich at lunch. That's already 20 grams of sugar just from the bread, not counting what you put inside. Oh, but it's just a little bit of sugar, you might think. The problem isn't just the amount. It's what this sugar does to your brain over the years. Every time you eat this bread full of sugar, your blood sugar spikes. Your body releases insulin to control it. Over time, we're talking years of eating bread every day. Your brain starts not responding properly to this insulin anymore. Doctors call this diabetes of the brain. And recent research proved that people with this problem have 2.5 times more chance of developing Alzheimer's. And there's another important detail. Modern wheat is ground so fine that it turns into sugar in your body almost as fast as pure sugar. Some whole wheat breads raise blood sugar almost as much as eating spoonfuls of sugar straight. This causes inflammation in the brain every time. Do this 3 times a day, every day, for years. You can already imagine where this leads. Putting it all together. Now think with me. You have these 3 problems happening at the same time. Modified gluten inflaming your brain, potassium bromate accumulating in the memory area, sugar causing diabetes in the brain. It's the perfect combination to develop dementia. And you know what's most infuriating? The industry knows all this, but the whole wheat bread market in the United States moves $9 billion a year. $9 billion! And who buys the most? People over 60 trying to eat healthy. They invest millions in advertising to make you think whole grains means health. They put pictures of farms, approval seals, pretty words like natural and organic. But the truth is different. The FDA, which is the agency that controls food here, has very loose rules. A bread can have only 51% whole wheat flour and still call itself whole wheat. The other 49%? Refined white flour, sugar, and chemicals. The signs you need to know if you're eating whole wheat bread regularly and you're over 65, pay attention to these warning signs. First, do you feel confused or foggy-headed after eating? That's a sign of brain inflammation. Second, do you forget common words in the middle of a conversation? Those words you use every day but suddenly don't come to mind. Third, strong fatigue after lunch, especially if you ate a sandwich. That's your blood sugar crashing. Fourth, difficulty concentrating on simple things like reading the newspaper or doing crossword puzzles. Fifth, mood changes, getting irritated or anxious for no apparent reason. If you recognize 2 or more of these signs, your brain may already be suffering from processed whole wheat bread. But there's good news, your brain can recover. Studies show that when you remove these bad ingredients and start eating right, the brain improves in 8 to 12 weeks. 8 to 12 weeks, you don't need to wait years. Now pay attention because I'm going to show you exactly what you need to do. First step, clean out your pantry. The first thing you need to do today is grab all the whole wheat breads you have at home and read the ingredients. Seriously, go to your kitchen right now. If you see any of these names on the list, throw it away or donate it. Potassium bromate, any type of sugar in the first 5 ingredients, enriched wheat flour, corn syrup, more than 6 total ingredients. If the bread you buy has these things, it's not real food. It's a lab product disguised as healthy food. Second step, know the safe alternatives. Now you must be thinking, but what now? Am I going to stop eating bread forever? You don't have to. You just need to choose the right bread. And there are 3 types that are safe and even good for your brain. Option 1. True sourdough bread. This is bread made the old-fashioned way, like your grandparents made it. Takes flour, water, salt, and nothing else. And the secret is in the time. It takes 12 to 48 hours to ferment. Know what happens in that time? Fermentation breaks down 80 to 90% of the gluten, so even though it's wheat, it becomes much easier to digest and doesn't cause that brain inflammation. Besides that, this fermentation process lowers the sugar that goes into your blood by 25%, creates good bacteria for your gut, and your gut is directly connected to your brain. Increases important minerals like magnesium and zinc, which your brain needs. But attention, many breads in supermarkets call themselves sourdough, but are fake. They just put an acid to give it a sour taste, but it's not real fermentation. How to know if it's real? Look in specialty stores, artisan bakeries, or brands that write sourdough starter culture in the ingredients. Option 2. Sprouted grain bread. When grains sprout, like when you see that little shoot coming out, they completely change. They become easier to digest and more nutritious. This type of bread has less sugar, has more antioxidants, which protect your brain, is easier for your body to absorb vitamins. Ezekiel 4:9 is one of the good brands. You'll find it in the frozen section of the supermarket. But always read the label because some brands add unnecessary sugar. Option 3. Nut and seed bread. These breads are made with almond flour, coconut flour, flax seeds, and chia seeds. Hardly any carbohydrates, so it doesn't raise blood sugar. And more. Full of omega-3, which is anti-inflammatory for the brain, vitamin E, which protects brain cells. Quality protein that keeps your sugar stable. You'll find them in stores like Whole Foods, Sprouts, or Trader Joe's, usually in the specialty section. Third step. Consider stopping completely, at least for a while. If you're already feeling memory problems, the best thing is to take out bread completely for 90 days and see the result. But what am I going to eat instead, you ask? Let me give you practical ideas. At breakfast, instead of toast, scrambled eggs with avocado protein smoothie with berries, plain Greek yogurt with nuts. At lunch, instead of sandwich, big salad with chicken or fish. Use lettuce leaves to make wraps. Slices of baked sweet potato work as bread. At dinner, zucchini noodles, zoodles, cauliflower rice. Your proteins with plenty of vegetables, the foods your brain really needs. While you remove the bad bread, you need to add foods that protect and recover your brain. Fatty fish, salmon, sardines. Omega-3 that reduces brain inflammation. Improves communication between brain cells. Studies show 47% less Alzheimer's risk. Dark green vegetables, kale, spinach, broccoli. Vitamins that prevent brain shrinkage. One study showed that those who eat 1 serving a day have brains functioning as if they were 11 years younger. Berries, blueberries, strawberries, blackberries. Powerful antioxidants that go straight into the brain. Improve memory and learning. Can delay mental decline by up to 2.5 years. Quality extra virgin olive oil. Has a compound that removes Alzheimer's plaques from the brain. Fundamental part of the Mediterranean diet, which reduces dementia by 40%. Walnuts and almonds. Vitamin E that protects brain cells. Magnesium that improves memory. Just a handful a day makes a difference. The 90-day protocol to recover your brain. Let me give you a simple 3-month plan. First 2 weeks, cleansing. Remove all commercial bread from home. Replace with the options I showed you. Drink plenty of water, at least 8 glasses a day. What will happen? First 3 days might be tough. You'll miss the bread, might have mild headaches. It's normal. It's your body detoxifying. Days 4 to 7, your energy starts to improve. Less fatigue after lunch. Days 8 to 14, your head gets clearer. You'll notice the difference. Weeks 3 to 6, recovery. Continue without the bad bread. Add more of the good foods I showed you. Example of a day. Breakfast, 3 eggs, half avocado, spinach. Lunch, big salad with salmon, olive oil, nuts, blueberries. Dinner, chicken with various vegetables, sweet potato. What will happen? Week 3 of 4, your short-term memory improves. You remember where you left things, remember names easier. Week 5 to 6, your thinking gets faster. Conversations flow better. Weeks 7 to 12, consolidation. Now you're already used to it. Stay strong. What will happen? People will comment that you're sharper, more present. At the end of 90 days, you'll have recovered brain function equivalent to 5 to 8 years. Dealing with social situations. I know you're worried. What about when I go to a restaurant? What about when I visit the kids? Don't worry, it's easier than it seems. At the restaurant, simply ask, "No bread, please," or "Can you bring salad instead?" Waiters are used to it. This is normal nowadays. At your children's or friends' houses. Be honest. My doctor asked me to avoid bread for health reasons. Done. Nobody will insist. At parties, eat before you go, or focus on the other options that are always there. And if someone insists too much, a simple, "Thank you, but I can't eat that now," works. You don't owe anyone an explanation about your health. What if you slip up? It'll happen. You'll be traveling, hungry, and only sandwiches are available. Or the grandkids made a special cake. No problem, once in a while doesn't ruin everything. What to do? Don't blame yourself. Get back on the plan at the next meal, drink green tea, eat berries the next day, and move forward. The important thing is consistency most of the time, not total perfection. The truth nobody's telling you. Look, I need to be real honest with you now. We're in the middle of a dementia crisis in the United States, and nobody's talking about it properly. The numbers are scary. 6.7 million Americans have Alzheimer's today. This number will triple by 2050. Alzheimer's is the 6th leading cause of death in the country. It costs over $355 billion a year. But you know what almost nobody talks about? Up to 40% of dementia cases can be prevented by changing lifestyle. 40%. That's almost half. Millions of people will lose their memories, not because it had to happen, but because they didn't know what to eat. You know now. You have the information that can change everything. What's really at stake? I'll be straight about what happens if you ignore all this and keep eating that whole wheat bread from the supermarket. In the next 5 years, your memory gets worse little by little. You'll need more and more reminders and help. Driving gets harder and more dangerous. Your independence starts to slip away. In the next 10 years, high risk of dementia diagnosis. You might need someone taking care of you all the time. Average cost, $60,000 to $100,000 a year in care. Your family will suffer watching you like this. In the next 15 to 20 years, you might not recognize your children and grandchildren anymore. Need care in a specialized facility. Cost, $8,000 to $12,000 a month. You completely lose who you are. Now compare that with the cost of doing what I taught you. Switching commercial bread for good bread, $5 to $10 more per week. Eating more vegetables and protein. Might even be cheaper than processed food. Basic vitamins, $30 to $50 a month. Extra time to cook, 30-45 minutes a day. It's the most obvious decision of your life. Start today, step by step, don't put it off. Start now, tonight. Go to your pantry, grab all the whole wheat breads you have. Read the ingredients of each one. If it has bromate, sugar, or more than 6 ingredients, put it in a bag, throw it away or donate it. Tomorrow morning, instead of toast, make scrambled eggs with vegetables. If you really miss bread, eat half an avocado with salt. Drink plenty of water. Tomorrow afternoon, go to the supermarket. Look for true sourdough bread or sprouted grain bread. Buy more eggs, green vegetables, salmon or sardines. Buy blueberries, walnuts, extra virgin olive oil. In the next 7 days, every day without the bad bread is a victory. Write down how you feel. Energy, mental clarity. You'll start noticing a difference in the first week. Results you can expect. Based on recent studies and reports from thousands of people who made these changes. After 2 weeks, less brain fog, more energy during the day, less forgetting small things. After 1 month, noticeably better memory, faster reasoning, more stable mood. After 3 months, up to 28% improvement in memory tests. You'll feel mentally like you did 5 to 8 years ago. Tasks that were difficult become easy again. After 6 months to 1 year, drastically reduced risk of developing dementia. Brain functioning at its best possible level. You'll have protected your memories and your personality for years to come. Tests you should ask your doctor for. At your next appointment, ask your doctor to include these tests. Hemoglobin A1C shows your blood sugar for the last 3 months. Needs to be below 5.7%. C-reactive protein measures inflammation in the body. Needs to be below 1.0. Vitamin D, essential for the brain, needs to be between 50-80. Vitamin B12, lack of it causes symptoms identical to dementia, needs to be above 500. Homocysteine, high means Alzheimer's risk, needs to be between 7-10. With these numbers, you have concrete data to adjust your diet. The choice is yours. Look, I gave you all the information. I showed you the studies. I explained what's happening. I gave you the complete plan. Now the choice is yours. You can close this video, keep buying that healthy whole wheat bread at the supermarket, and hope nothing bad happens. Or you can act today, make the simple changes I showed you. And protect your memories, your personality, your independence for the next 20, 30 years. Your children and grandchildren will be grateful to still have you present in their lives. Not a confused and forgetful version of you, but the real you. Your quality of life in the years to come depends on the choices you make today. The most recent 2024 study. Before I finish, I need to tell you about a study that came out in September 2024 in the journal Neurology. They followed 500 people between 65 and 80 years old with mild memory problems for 18 months. Half ate normally with supermarket whole wheat bread. The other half cut out processed wheat and followed the type of diet I taught you here. Result: group that ate normally. 12% worsening in memory, expected for age. Group that changed diet. 18% improvement in memory. You read that right. Not only did they stop getting worse, they got better. The brain became functionally younger. The biggest difference? Removing processed wheat and stabilizing blood sugar. You're not alone. Millions of people over 65 are making these changes now. You're not the only one. And the best part, your body was made to recover. Your brain wants to function well. You just need to stop throwing poison at it every day and start giving it the right fuel. It's simple. It's not easy at first, but it's simple. And every day that goes by eating right is a day you're investing in your mental health, your independence, your life. Recapping the most important. Stop eating commercial whole wheat bread. It has modified gluten, potassium bromate, and sugar that destroy your brain. Switch to true sourdough bread, sprouted grains, or nut and seed bread. Eat more. Fatty fish, dark green vegetables, berries, nuts, olive oil. Ask your doctor for the right tests. Give your brain 90 days to recover. That's it. Don't complicate it. Do it. If this information was useful to you, subscribe to the channel now and hit the bell. Every week I post new videos with information that can save your health and the health of those you love. Share this video with your friends, your siblings, anyone over 65 you care about. This information can literally save someone's mental life. Leave a comment telling me if you're already feeling any of the symptoms I mentioned. I want to know your story. And remember, you have the power to change this. Start today. See you in the next video. Take care of your health.